All right, toy and block fans. I'm here with this is a cool one for me. So I did a live of this to test out some things. I believe. No, it might have been on TikTok. It might not have been here on YouTube. But it's one of those that I picked this thing up at like Target. It's pretty much going out of commission at this point. They're trying to get rid of the last bit of stock. I got this thing for $9.99, which originally when it came out was $20. Now we just got done doing a Millennium Falcon polybag set that was like 71 pieces for $4.99 is normally what they start at. That's a licensed product, 70 something pieces for almost $5. This was at 193 pieces for 20. Licenses are kind of killing some of our block building stuff, but at $9.99, this thing is well worth it. Well worth it. It was a fun build. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, before we jump into and actually look at our toy, let's look at the box, okay? This thing is already built. It's already done. But I want to look at the box, look at the directions, things like that. Actually, I think I've lost my directions. They're pretty basic. Pretty basic. Nothing really to write home about, which is good. We don't want anything too complicated. So for Lego Fortnite, you get, of course, the purple coloring up there to show that this is, not only is it Lego, but it is Fortnite. And if you play Fortnite, you know. I love that game. Absolutely love it. I've been enjoying the Lego Odyssey stuff here lately. So this is considered 9 and up. It is a 77070 Durrr Burger. It's 193 pieces, and it's just the burger. There's no minifigs attached to this. There's nothing like that. It's just the burger. Now, top, you get a 1-to-1 scale of what some of the pieces of parts look like. You get to see the Durrr Burger there. On the back, you get a little bit more stuff. You get to see the burger from different angles, but nothing really too crazy about this. You don't get to see different play scenarios of minifigures running around or play sets, things like that, because it is just a Durrr Burger. Now, if you follow the Fortnite lore, what's kind of interesting about this, you can use this with your minifig sets, and actually I'm wanting to get a couple of the minifig sets down the way that's got, some Fortnite stuff in it. But this does pair up with that, because if you follow the lore, out in the desert, I believe it was the Mojave Desert, is where the Durrr Burger showed up. It got tagged, which I'm surprised they didn't give us a sticker to put on the actual burger to show the tag that he later became Drift made on there before he was zapped into the island by the Zero Port Energy. Yeah, so it feels like it's cool. It does feel like there's a little bit of a missed opportunity there. I would say it's probably 1-to-1 scale to your hand, but it could also be a giant size sculpture for the desert for your minifigs too. Just throwing that out there, right? Okay, now that's the box. There's really nothing else to say about the box. It looks nice. You got the desert, so nice callback to the desert there, but we don't get anything outside of that. No minifig. This would have been cool if it had drift with it, with the spray paint can. That would have really shown that they really knew their Fortnite lore, but they didn't. Fortnite's kind of been taken over by some people that just, they might not know all the things about Fortnite, and that's okay. Now, I know you didn't come here for the box. You actually came here for the toy. Let's take a look at that toy. Now, this is our Durrr Burger. We'll kind of center them up there, Here, we'll put the box back there. Looky there. Isn't that nice? This is our Durrr Burger. Now, it's got some really cool building techniques to it. I love the olive up here, the sesame seeds, the eyes were actually quite a bit of fun to put together. It feels loose, but it does hold pretty nicely. For the most part, this whole build is a solid build. You get lots of nice, really big pieces like this. Which I think I had some of these also with my Plum Blossom, right? You get this hinge thing that they're using as a tongue. it's got some solid build stuff to it. As far as like the pieces and parts that they're using on this, it looks great. There's nothing you can say that would change the fact that this is a fun and solid build. Now, where I have my issues would be, do I feel like this is worth $20? No. Which is why I didn't pick it up. Even as much of a Fortnite fan as I am, it's another reason why I didn't pick it up until it did become $9.99. Do I think this is worth a $9.99 price tag? Most definitely. And it's one of those that, stock is probably going down at this point. I picked mine up at Target. You might just have to shop around and see what's there, what's available. But do I think it's worth it for the $10 range? Yeah, it is a cool piece. Especially, here's the thing: you love Fortnite and you love Lego, and you like building. This is a nice introductory piece. It has some really interesting build techniques. That's why they kind of put it on the 9 and up, because there are some engineering feats in this that really kind of make your brain move and wiggle and jiggle and think things through, which is a lot of fun. So, if you're able to get it at the $9.99 range, yeah, pick it up. 11, not too bad. I would say though 20 feels a little overpriced. But if you really like Fortnite Lego that much, by all means, be my guest. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, that's all I got to say about the Lego Fortnite 77070 193 piece Durrr Burger. I like this guy. This is fun. I'm glad I picked one up. I really am. And for the price that I got it at, that's probably the best I could have done. It's well worth it in my opinion. All right. I thank you all for showing up and visiting the show and checking out this review. I hope that it helps you make some decisions down the road about if you want this particular building toy or not. If you do, yeah, definitely remember who kind of helped you make that decision, right? I thank you all for showing up. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.